Hi there, my name is Lizette Mendoza, and I will be going more in detail into my user story. So, my user story was, as a faculty member in charge of a project, I would like to provide feedback to my students based on their performance throughout the semester, so they are aware of what is expected of them as the semester continues. So the acceptance criteria was, as a faculty member in charge of a project, they can send feedback to the students in its project. Also, students participating in a project can receive and review the feedback sent to them by the faculty member. So there was a number of related tasks, starting from learning the mean stack and learning how to use Git and Git commands, creating UML diagrams, back-end development, front-end development, connecting to the Mongo database, performing testing, and then final integration as a class. So now, if we take a look at the use case, as a faculty member, they will be able to send project feedback, or in other words, project evaluation, to a student. Here, if we follow the sequence, faculty member will submit an evaluation. That evaluation will get posted to the database. Confirmation will be returned, as well as a confirmation to the faculty member that it was sent and that it was posted. And at the same time, an email will be sent to the corresponding student with the evaluation. Now, we look at the class diagram. Here, I have a model of my project evaluation that takes in project as a string, student, email, subject title, feedback message, all of them as a string. And there's also a save function. Then, there's an express router to handle all the backend requests. Then we have my project evaluation service that has the create function for coming from the controller, project evaluation controller, that has the save function. So this is all connected to the router that connects to the HTML page of project evaluation, where there's a number of functions: ng model, ng submit, ng repeat, and ng show. So we can now take a look at the code to see how all of this connects. So here is the HTML page, the front end of the project evaluation. Here, these are the drop-down menus where you can select the project as well as a student, and here you can input the message that wants to be sent. So here's a submission button, so that when a project is submitted, it calls ng submit, which calls the save evaluation function in the controller, which will, it will save the evaluation. If there is no problem with the evaluation, or even if there is an error, a message will show up to let the faculty member know whether or not it was successful. Evaluation.message handles that. So all these values are being saved by ng model, and we will see how the controller manipulates that information. So here we have the save evaluation function that saves the contents of the evaluation, and if everything works properly, here we have this incorporates Eduardo's user story, his mail router, and being able to send an email. This is taking the components from the HTML form and breaking it down to be sent into an email. But for my portion of the user story, here I made sure that all those components were properly saved into the evaluation model. Student name, student email, subject title, feedback message. And if all saved properly, it'll call the evaluation service, create. We'll use the feedback received from the HTML page, and also we'll call Eduardo's send email so that it will send to the student. We go to the service. Here we see that create function that I was talking about, and here it takes the feedback that was from the form and posts it to this address here, this location, with the feedback information that we received from the evaluation. If we go to project routes, here is that very same post function where we'll post to the database with the contents of the project name, the student, email, subject title, and feedback message. So if everything runs smoothly, here we have the save function, which will save the evaluation, and here is also the confirmation sent to such and such student. As far as improving the user story, right now there aren't really faculty members in the system with approved projects. So momentarily we've had to pull out all the projects in the system and all the students in the system because they're not assigned to projects to display here in the drop-down menus. So once faculty members are in the system, that only projects associated to that faculty member will show up, as well as when the project is selected, the students associated will show up. And then from there, send the proper message. This has been my reference video. Thanks for watching.